The Canberra people will realise a better resource, and so these systems are designed to both increase the water quality at the reservoir and also maximise the potential for the ecosystem and bring the reservoir back to a more natural, balanced life cycle.
As Australians, we can be proud of this technology because this is an Australian-owned company.
The pilots are sling pilots or long line pilots, so they specialise in flying the helicopter with a static line underneath and then obviously a load. And obviously it takes thousands of hours to be able to master that type of flying. The majority of guys that you'll see flying with us, have around the 5,000 hour plus.
Steve Elliott's my name. I'm from Wares Australia. I'm the CEO. Today we're about to install these ResMix systems, which are behind me. They're very large axial flow reservoir systems that are being installed at the new expanded Cotter reservoir.
I'm Eric Rajapaksa, another project manager in the Active Corporation. We started this project putting up this destratification unit to new enlarged Cotter Dam along with the AAT Alliance. This is mainly to improve the water quality of the dam.
My name's Matt Edwards. I'm the Director of Operations at Helicopter Lifting Services. Today Wares has partnered with us. Steve approached us obviously on this project and wanted us to come in and lift his ResMix units to the Cotter Dam. They weigh around about 1,800 kilos. We're using a Bell 212 twin engine utility helicopter to lift them. We've got to travel about 5 kilometres as the crow flies from this staging point to their final resting place in the Cotter catchment.
Active Corporations with AAT Alliance started doing business to deliver projects in an efficient manner. So Alliance, in partnership with Active Corporations, started delivering these projects as well. This is another way of delivering projects efficiently. We share the gain as well as the pain.
In '97, when I first started looking at the potential for circulating reservoirs, it was in small reservoirs and particularly in facultative lagoons for sewage treatment works. And we were looking for alternative energy, wind energy, solar energy. We were looking for alternative ways to treat the water and using very low energy to do the same job that was done previously with the compressed air systems. Today, compressed air systems are becoming redundant around the Western world, and the ResMix systems are replacing previous old technology. The system grew out of that initial research, and we rapidly discovered that the potential for circulating large reservoirs was such that we could improve the source water, or the water at the reservoir, the bulk water at the reservoir, and minimise the cost of water treatment plant downstream. And so the design has grown over the next some 15 years.
These units were fabricated in one of the regional towns in Queensland of Brisbane, and once they fabricated, we made inspections and we organized to assemble here next to the Uriara treatment plant. Once it is assembled, as you can see, because of the size, we can just transport into the dams. So we are going to use a helicopter to heli lift and place in the dam and anchor.
The company was formed to take on difficult access jobs and aerial crane operations within Australia. It's quite a large concept in America that's been going for quite a lot of years. The Australian construction industry hasn't really seen an operator that dedicates themselves to helicopter crane operations. So HLS was really formed in Australia to take on that direct construction work with the construction industry.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
The majority of our work is built up aerial work and confined space work, you could say, with the helicopter. You know, obviously competing directly with the cranes, we can lift twice the amount of loads they can, you know, in a fraction of the time. Just primarily from our setup phase alone, where it's a lot easier to set up the helicopter lift process than the crane. And then obviously you've got to take into account as well the large amounts of manpower that come with a crane of such size to be able to reach onto high-rise buildings, etc. So we become quite competitive there with that. One pilot and two loadmasters. So there's one pilot on the machine, flying the machine, and then we have a pickup point loadmaster who's responsible for the attachment of the load to the aircraft, and he's then verifying with the pilot that that load's right to fly. So as the pilot positions the aircraft over the load, he'll confirm that everything's connected, the load's, you know, basically ship shape and ready to go before he departs the staging area with it. And then once he approaches the set down point, we have another loadmaster there who, what we call, cons the pilot in. So he's basically acting like a dogman per se in a craning operation, and he cons that load into the set down point. And obviously the pilot doesn't do anything without the confirmation from that guy on the ground first that he's ready to receive the load.
And so this is the culmination today of some 3 years of pre-design work, manufacturing and installation by Wares. And so it's an exciting day, and it'll be a good day for Canberra citizens.
This is a very, very good addition, and it has a guarantee. It is giving us a guarantee that we have enough water under any circumstances to treat and distribute to the Canberra people.